The U.S. Constitution is wordy and hard to read straight through. Decoding it in plain English, section by section. Hello, I'm constitutional attorney Catherine Henry, and this is a continuation of our mini-series giving you the plain English translation of the U.S. Constitution. Article 2. This is the executive branch for the president. Article 2, Section 1. The president runs the executive branch and serves with the vice president for a 4-year term. The president must be at least 35 years old, a citizen born in the United States, and a resident within the United States for at least 14 years. This section also establishes the electoral college system to choose the president. Before beginning his term, the president shall take the following oath or affirmation. I do swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Article 2, Section 2. The President leads the military. The President has the power to grant pardons for offenses against the U.S., except in cases of impeachment. The president can sign treaties, but 2/3 of the senators present must concur, and he shall appoint Supreme Court judges, ambassadors, and other public officials, but the Senate must approve them. Article 2, Section 3. The president must periodically update Congress on federal affairs, the State of the Union. He may call for a special session of Congress or to adjourn them. He shall receive ambassadors, commission all officers of the U.S., and ensure all federal laws are enforced. Article 2, Section 4. The President and other officials can be fired if they are convicted through an impeachment trial for treason, bribery, or other serious crimes. Article 3. This is the judicial branch, our courts. Article 3, Section 1. The highest court in the United States is the United States Supreme Court, but Congress has the authority to establish lower federal courts. All federal judges are allowed to keep their judgeship for the remainder of their life, as long as they behave properly. Article 3, Section 2. Federal courts handle cases involving constitutional questions, federal laws, ships or the sea, interstate disputes, citizens of different states, or where the United States is a party. All non-impeachment criminal trials must have a jury. Article 3, Section 3. Treason is strictly defined as waging war against the U.S. or helping its enemies. And in order to be convicted, the Constitution requires either testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or a confession in open court. Article 4 are government type, state legal documents, and citizen privileges. Article 4, Section 1. States must honor each other's legal documents, like marriages, driver's licenses, and court rulings. Article 4, Section 2. A state cannot discriminate against citizens visiting from other states. No state can knowingly harbor a fugitive when the state in which the crime occurred has asked for the alleged criminal to be returned. Article 4, Section 3. Only Congress can approve new states joining the country. Congress makes all regulations for territories and other property of the United States. Article 4, Section 4, one of my favorite parts of the Constitution. The federal government guarantees that every state will be run as a republican form of government and promises to defend them from foreign invasions or domestic violence. Article 5. This deals with amending the U.S. Constitution. The first step in amending the U.S. Constitution is either 2/3 of both chambers of Congress propose an amendment, or 2/3 of state legislatures request a constitutional convention for proposing amendments. The second step is that 3/4 of the states ratify the amendment, and that's either done through their state legislatures or conventions held in each state. Article 6, Supreme Law and Oath of Office. One of my other absolute favorite parts of our U.S. Constitution. The hierarchy of laws in the United States is the U.S. Constitution at the top, federal laws, state constitutions, and then state laws. If a federal law, state constitution, or state law conflicts with the U.S. Constitution, then the federal law, state constitutional provision, or state law is void. All members of Congress, state legislatures, state and federal executive officers, like the president and all the alphabet agency leaders, and state and federal judicial officers, like judges, are required to take an oath to support the U.S. Constitution. Article 7. It's about the ratification of the Constitution. For this Constitution to take effect and replace the old Articles of Confederation, 9 out of the original 13 states had to vote to approve it. Make sure to check out the other videos in this mini-series, as well as our U.S. Constitution Starter Series and our upcoming U.S. Constitution Advanced Series.